President Donald Trump is still struggling to contain the fallout over Jeffrey Epstein. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Thursday, July 24th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Yesterday, the White House pushed back on another Wall Street Journal report linking President Trump to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The report alleges that Attorney General Pam Bondi and her deputy informed the president in May that his name appeared multiple times in the case files, along with the names of many other people who socialized with Epstein. Last week, Trump said that Bondi had told him his name wasn't in the files. And it's important to note that being named in these files is not evidence of wrongdoing. Meanwhile, yesterday, a House subcommittee for the first time voted to subpoena the administration for the Epstein files. The anger among Trump's base over Epstein has far from settled down. And it may even intensify as House Republicans head home for their 5-week August break and hear from their constituents. Number 2 is a Post exclusive. Immigration and Customs Enforcement plans to shackle about 180,000 immigrants with GPS ankle monitors. Currently, around 24,000 people who are waiting to have their immigration cases resolved wear ankle monitors to track their movements. But an internal ICE memo reviewed by the Post revealed a plan to dramatically widen the surveillance of people targeted for deportation. In the memo, ICE ordered staff to place ankle monitors on all people enrolled in the agency's Alternatives to Detention program whenever possible. One exception would be pregnant women, who would be required to wear wrist-worn tracking devices. Immigrants and their advocates have long criticized the government's use of ankle monitors. They say these bulky black bands are uncomfortable, impose a social stigma, and invade the privacy of the people wearing them. Many who wear them have no criminal record or even a history of missed court appointments. Number 3. Mass starvation is stalking Gaza. You might have seen the unbearable photos coming out of Gaza this week. Malnourished children whose bodies are just the width of their bones. For the past 4 months, Israel has implemented a near-total siege of the territory. Testimonies from doctors, relief workers, and Gazans this week make it clear that a worst-case scenario is finally unfolding. The number of reported deaths has spiked in recent days. According to the UN, nearly 1 in 3 people are going multiple days without eating. Hospitals now have wards specifically for the growing numbers of malnourished children, and the doctors treating them are so hungry that they have dizzy spells while making their rounds. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus is the Director General of the World Health Organization. Yesterday, he described the situation in Gaza as mass starvation.
As you know, mass starvation means starvation of a large proportion of a population. And a large proportion of a population of Gaza is starving. I don't know what you would call it other than mass starvation. And it's man-made. And that's very clear. And this is because of blockade.
Gaza health officials said yesterday that 10 people had died of starvation in the previous 24 hours. Number 4. Bryan Kohberger was sentenced to life in prison. Earlier this month, Kohberger pleaded guilty to killing 4 students at the University of Idaho in 2022. Yesterday, he was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences and an additional 10 years for a burglary charge. Kohberger declined to speak at the hearing, but the victims' friends and families spoke about their devastation. That includes Dylan Mortensen. She lived in the house where the killings occurred.
He is a hollow vessel, something less than human. A body without empathy, without remorse. He chose destruction. He chose evil. He feels nothing.
We still don't know why Kohberger did it. The judge yesterday said we may never know. French President Emmanuel Macron sued Candace Owens. That's our fifth story. Owens is a right-wing podcaster with more than 4.4 million subscribers on YouTube. She's used her huge platform to repeatedly allege that French First Lady Brigitte Macron was born a man, including in an 8-part podcast series. Owens has also made other false claims about Macron. Now the Macrons are hitting back. They sued Owens for defamation yesterday in a Delaware court. They say she disregarded 3 requests for retractions. The lawsuit hasn't stopped Owens, though. In a video posted yesterday, she doubled down on her claims. Number 6. Dangerous heat fueled by corn sweat is about to spread eastward. Corn sweat is a pretty gross-sounding phenomenon. It's when corn releases water vapor into the lower atmosphere. This week, it has brought unbearable humidity and magnified extreme heat in several central states. Now, millions more Americans get to experience it too. Today, the most oppressively hot conditions will be in the Midwest and Great Lakes. Tomorrow, the humid heat will hit the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic. Dozens of temperature records will be challenged or broken, especially at night, as 100 million people will be covered by heat alerts. If you're one of them, now you know what to blame: corn sweat. I learned something new this morning for number 7, and that is that there's such a thing as a penis worm. But that's not even the big headline. Instead, the real news is that one fossilized penis worm has changed what we know about the Grand Canyon's history. In a study yesterday, scientists unveiled a newly identified species. It roamed what is now Arizona around 500 million years ago. This penis worm is tiny, and it has a very unique, retractable, spiky mouth. Scientists say it shows that conditions were so ideal for life in the prehistoric underwater Grand Canyon ecosystem that animals could afford to take a few risks as they evolved, like by developing a retractable, spiky mouth. You will obviously want to get a look at this penis worm this morning. Find it in all its glory in our newsletter. All right, you're all caught up. If you're asking yourself at this point, where is the newsletter with the penis worm in it? The answer is our show notes. But if you were a subscriber to the newsletter, you would not be on such a desperate search this morning. So sign up for the 7 morning briefing, and you can get all the stories I talk about here on the podcast delivered directly to your inbox. And it's totally free. Don't miss the next penis worm. Sign up now. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.